Hello everyone, it's me Demetra Kaye of the Demetra Kaye Show here on YouTube and a proud contributor of the African Diaspora News channel. If you could please do me a favor and subscribe to all channels and like this video, I would greatly appreciate it. So this is a story about Shanquella Robinson and we want to know what happened to her. Check it out.
Fun long weekend for 25-year-old Shanquella Robinson and her group of friends who went to Cabo to celebrate one of their birthdays.
She told me they had a chef they was getting ready to eat. They was eating tacos, something, salad or something they was eating. And I said, well, okay, I love you, have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. And I never talked to my child again, and she never made it back home.
Robinson's mom, Salamandra, says within 24 hours of her daughter's arrival, she was dead. Figuring out how or why has only added to the family's nightmare. It started with a frantic call from Robinson's friends.
They said she wasn't feeling well. She had alcohol poisoning. They couldn't get a pulse. Each one of the people that was there with her was telling different stories.
It's when the family made calls to the FBI and Mexican authorities that they learned of another potential cause of death.
And the autopsy came back. They said it didn't have anything to do with alcohol. Said that she had been, she had a broken neck and her spine in the back was cracked. She had been beaten.
Salamandra says the entire group came back from Mexico, leaving her daughter's body there. Nearly 2 weeks and $6,000 later, her body is back home. But answers have been hard to come by.
You know, I know that's not going to bring my child back, but I want something done about it.
Queen City News has spoken with officials at the U.S. State Department in Mexico who refute the claim that Robinson was murdered, saying the police's initial indication is that there was no clear evidence of foul play. Here in Charlotte, her family refuses to believe their daughter's death was an accident, and they vow to find the truth of what happened that night in Cabo.
No one told the same story, so I never believed them anyway.
Queen City News obtained Robinson's death certificate, which lists a cause of death as severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation, which is instability in the uppermost vertebrae. In the section where police could have noted any sign of intoxication, it says, person found unconscious on her living room.
And they didn't call us to the very last minute. And then on top of that, they said the maid found them.
The group stayed here at Villa Linda 32, a property listed on CaboVillas.com. A rep with the company says the group called the concierge for help Saturday afternoon. The concierge called a doctor who gave CPR. Robinson died at 3 p.m., an estimated 15 minutes after her injury.
So as you saw and heard there, her mother, Salamandra, wanted to know what really happened to her daughter as she vacationed with 6 other people in Cabo, Mexico. Now, she was originally told that she died of alcohol poisoning, but the autopsy report said that she was found unconscious. Now, the friends that she went to Mexico with said that, you know, she drank too much and unfortunately that's what happened to her. Now, since then, a video has come out that I cannot and would not show you, so please forgive me for that, but you'll thank me later. It is very brutal and it shows one of the friends that she went on vacation with by the name of Demetra Jackson beating her brutally in the hotel or the suite, wherever they were. And Shanquella was not clothed at all. And within the video, whoever was filming it, somebody in the room, and it sounded like it was a guy, he kept telling Quella, is what they affectionately call her, telling her, fight back. And she was saying, no. She clearly did not want to fight Demetra back. The beating was so brutal to where Demetra removed her own bonnet and then began to wail on Quella again. Now, the injuries on the autopsy said that Quella suffered a broken neck and a cracked spine. Now, her family, they went to the FBI and said, listen, we need some help because this story that we're getting back about her dying of alcohol poisoning does not jive. And so it's also said that she was beaten and bruised from basically head to toe. And if you see the video, which I don't advise you look at because it's really brutal, you can understand why she would be in that condition. Now, on the roster or the register to the villa where they were staying, it says these people were in the room with Quella: Khalil Cook, Malik Dreyer, Winter Donovan, Elise Hyatt, Demetra Jackson, and Nazir Wiggins. Now, it should be said that Khalil is supposed to be Quella's best friend, but I'm like, what best friend will watch that happen to you and not intervene or try to help or anything like that? And so as I was watching the video that came out of what probably really happened to her, you could tell that Dejanay, the woman that was beating her, well, there was a lot of animosity and hate and venom while she was doing that to that poor girl. And so, again, in the autopsy or the report, it said that she, being Quella, died 15 minutes after the injuries took place, right? Or after she was found unconscious. So I don't buy it. I don't think you guys should buy it. I think that the FBI really needs to get involved in this and bring whatever happened to Quella to light, and whoever's responsible for it need to be brought to justice. Now, if Quella died from those injuries that was exacted upon her by Dejanay, she needs to be brought up on murder charges, and everybody else in that room that watched and did not help should be held as an accomplice, because how and why do you allow that to go on? And I will say this to a caution to anybody, man or woman, know your circle. Know who you are hanging around, because everybody ain't your friend, clearly, right? Like, a friend would not allow that to happen to you under no circumstances. A friend would guard your life with their own if necessary, especially if you are not doing anything to deserve such treatment. So be careful of who you hang out with. Anyway, y'all tell me what you think of this. And for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetra Kaye Show, here on YouTube. Peace.